Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Elizabeth. How are you doing today, Elizabeth?
Hi, Jennifer. I'm doing great, thanks. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something that's essential for anyone learning English: how to master small talk.
Yes, small talk is such an important skill. It's those everyday conversations that help you connect with others, whether it's at work, school, or even just in your neighborhood. But it can also be a bit intimidating, especially if English isn't your first language.
Absolutely. Small talk might seem simple, but it can be tricky if you're not sure what to say or how to keep the conversation going. That's why today we're going to share some tips and common phrases to help you feel more confident.
Before we jump in, I just want to remind everyone to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We're here to help you improve your English, one conversation at a time.
And if you're already subscribed, thank you for being a part of our community. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who's also learning English. Your support really helps us keep creating these videos for you.
So, Elizabeth, let's start with something really basic. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of small talk?
The first thing that comes to mind is definitely talking about the weather. Such a common topic and an easy way to start a conversation. You can say things like, "It's a beautiful day today, isn't it?" Or "Looks like we might get some rain later."
Yes, weather is always a safe topic. It's something everyone experiences, so it's a great way to break the ice. And once the conversation starts flowing, you can move on to other topics like asking about someone's day or plans for the weekend.
Exactly. You might say, "How's your day going so far?" or "Do you have any plans for the weekend?" These are open-ended questions that invite the other person to share more, which can help keep the conversation going.
And that's key, keeping the conversation going. Another great tip is to listen actively and show genuine interest in what the other person is saying. You can do this by nodding, making eye contact, and asking follow-up questions.
Yes, and don't forget to share a little about yourself too. Small talk is a two-way street, so while it's important to listen, it's also good to contribute to the conversation. For example, if someone asks how your weekend was, you might say, "It was great. I went hiking on Saturday. How about you?"
That's a great point. Sharing a bit about yourself can make the conversation feel more natural and balanced. And speaking of sharing, we actually have a call from one of our listeners who wants to share her experience with small talk. Let's take the call. Hi there, you're on the air with Jennifer and Elizabeth. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Elizabeth. My name is Mia, and I'm calling from Sydney, Australia. I love your channel, and I've learned so much from your videos. I just wanted to share a little story about my experience with small talk.
Hi, Mia. We're so glad to hear from you. Thanks for calling in. What's your story?
Well, when I first moved to Sydney, I was really nervous about making small talk because I wasn't confident in my English. But I remember one day, I was waiting for the bus and decided to compliment someone on their jacket. I just said, "I love your jacket, it looks so warm." And that simple comment led to a really nice conversation. It was a small moment, but it made me realize that starting a conversation doesn't have to be scary.
That's such a great story, Mia. Compliments are a fantastic way to start a conversation. They're positive, and they show that you're paying attention to the other person.
Absolutely. And what's really important here is that you took the initiative. Sometimes the hardest part of small talk is just starting the conversation, but as Mia's story shows, it can lead to some really nice interactions.
Exactly. And now, I feel a lot more comfortable starting conversations, even with strangers. So, I just wanted to encourage anyone listening to give it a try. You never know where a simple comment might lead.
That's great advice, Mia. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
Yes, thank you, Mia. We really appreciate you calling in, and we're so glad to hear that you're feeling more confident with your English. Keep up the great work.
Thank you both so much. Have a great day.
You too, Mia. Take care.
Bye, Mia.
That was such a wonderful story. It's a great reminder that small talk doesn't have to be complicated or scary. Sometimes, it's just about making a simple observation or giving a compliment.
Yes, and those small interactions can really brighten someone's day. And it's worth noting that small talk isn't just about passing the time. It's also a way to build connections with people, whether they're your colleagues, neighbors, or even strangers.
Exactly. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. So, Elizabeth, do you have any other tips for mastering small talk?
One tip that's really helped me is to have a few go-to topics in mind. Besides the weather, you can talk about current events, movies or TV shows, hobbies, or even food. For example, you could ask, have you seen any good movies lately? Or do you have a favorite restaurant around here?
Those are great topics because they're things most people have an opinion on, and they can lead to more in-depth conversations. Another useful phrase is, what do you think about? This invites the other person to share their thoughts and keeps the conversation going.
Yes, and remember, it's okay if the conversation isn't perfect. Small talk is meant to be light and casual, so don't stress too much about saying the right thing. The most important thing is to be friendly and open.
That's so true. And for our viewers, if you're enjoying this conversation and finding these tips helpful, make sure to like the video and share it with others. Your support really helps us continue to create content that helps you improve your English.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We've got plenty more videos coming your way, covering everything from basic grammar to advanced conversation skills.
So, before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of today's tips. First, start with safe topics like the weather or ask about someone's day. Use open-ended questions to keep the conversation going, and don't forget to share a little about yourself too.
And don't be afraid to give compliments or make simple observations. These can be great conversation starters. Also, have a few go-to topics in mind like movies, hobbies, or food to keep things interesting.
And most importantly, just relax and enjoy the conversation. Small talk is all about connecting with others, so have fun with it. And if you have any stories or tips of your own, share them with us in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, practice makes perfect, so keep working on your small talk skills. You'll get more comfortable with time.
We'll see you in the next video. Take care and happy learning.
Bye for now.